Hey guys, back in the garage again, working on Lucky. I hope you guys had an awesome weekend. Game plan for today. You know what? I left this tape here so we would fix that right down in there. And this right here. So I figured I'll break out the welder. We'll do that. And something else that I forgot. This right here. I just got to cut this out, clean it up. Set a new piece of metal and I'll cut this to fit that. We'll grind that down. So we'll do that right there. And then after we're done with that, I think we're just going to longboard this out again. We'll touch it up again. It's going to need at least three or four more coats, easy. I'll do the same with this right here. This is going to need quite a few. I still got to sand this down. I still got a lot to take down off of here. So we'll take that down and then we'll just slowly hit the bodywork as we go around. Here's something else too. I got to take this apart. The grill and everything, the headlights. Because I have to reassemble this car before it goes back to Joe. At least hang the front body panels on it. And then I'm not sure if he's going to take them back off, but at least he'll see how it goes together and comes apart. You know, I'm sure he knows what he's doing. But it's just easier to take something apart than have something taken apart and you trying to put it back together, not knowing how it goes back together. So, you know, that's pretty much it. You know, really what I want to try to get done is just slowly start banging this car out and slowly getting it done. If Joe calls me tomorrow and said, hey, Al, you can bring Lucky over, Callie's done, I'm going to slam that back on the car. I'll take it all apart. I'll slam it back on, and I'll let Joe strip that down. I'll let Joe do the side of this, too. I won't even touch this. I got all my marks. I made all my marks, all the little dings and dents all around. And this gives Joe a really good head start. So I'm hoping that he'll only have this car. He'll probably have this car for about 4 weeks. And that'll give us plenty of time to get Callie done, because Callie's like really, really close to getting done. So that's pretty much it. Enough babbling. Give me a second. Let me set up the welder and we'll bang this out. Here we go. Let's bang this out real quick. Yeah, fingers crossed we'll bang it out real quick. I'm tired of looking at that blue tape. I just want to clean this up real quick. Let me leave this here. That's weird. The other side doesn't have that. Well, I shouldn't say that's weird, because Camaros also get those stress cracks. You know, the first gen cars? They usually get them up by the front top of the window post. We might need this. Okay. Oh, I'm going to need my flashlight. I know. That's what I'm going to need. Yeah, let me see if I can get you guys in closer here. All right. I'm going to set this attack. It's all done right there. I'll hit that with a skim coat, and then now we just got to fix this right here. Give me a second, hold on. Oh, I have to pull all this weather stripping off this car too, I forgot. Oh, Joe can take that off if I don't get to it. Let's see here. That's it. I'll throw another one right here. Huh. Boy, that fixed it real fast. I'm not even going to put another tack in there. That's it. I don't even know if I want to even touch this. There you go. Nah, I gotta clean it up better than that. Oh yeah, that's all fixed. We could take the tape off of here now. And we could take the tape off of here. This is all done. Now all we gotta do, let me grab this stand, is fix this here. You know what? Let's grab another flashlight. We're gonna fix this here. So I'm going to cut this out. I already made a mark. That's going to be my new piece right there. I'll cut it out. I'll set it in. I'll run a bead all the way around. And that, oh, hold on. And hopefully that'll do it for the welding. I'm sure I'm going to find something else along the way, and it's okay. All right, so let me let me see if I can set this up over here so you guys could see. I'll try this little stand. No, you know what? I'm going to set it up outside the car. Oh, actually, I can set it up right in here. Right in there. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. All right, guys. I'm back. Sorry. I try to put you guys in a spot where I'm not like, where my back's not to you, I guess. So let's see what we can do with this here. This is gonna be tough. Let's see. I can't see. Oh, there we go. Ugh. Go. Oh. Anyway, we got that out. Let me clean it a little bit. All right. Okay. All right. Oh, there it is. I'm still here. I didn't go nowhere. I was just waiting for this compressor to stop because it's so hard to talk over the compressor. Let me see if I take you off here. Hold on. That's pretty much it right there. So I'm going to hit this with a rust proofer right here. Then I'm going to cut this piece down to fit in there. I'll weld a bead around it. I'll plug weld it. And hopefully it should look pretty decent, I think. Alrighty, so I'm going to set the camera back up over here and hopefully, let me see. Let me see what you can see over there. I'll try to get it right there. Alrighty. There we go. I just got to cut this piece out over here. Grab a vice grip. That's not going to work. Yeah, so this, Lucky's getting there. I'm really starting to get pretty excited about getting this car done. I'm excited about getting Callie back, honestly. All right. Let's see. Just gotta take a little more off. Oh no, this fit perfect. Wow, that was a happy accident. Maybe a little trim here or there, but wow. But we sure got lucky with this. You clean it up a little bit. No, that's gotta go. Oh, look at that. Wow, we sure got lucky. All right. That dries in so fast. Put that there. It's gonna dry as I'm welding it too. It's already, a lot of it's drying already. Okay. Let's get this. Let's get this. We got the welder roll set up. Oh, it'll be nice to get that done. And then I think that'll do it for the welding. Oh. Okay. Yeah, look at that, it's dry already. All right, let's see what we can do with this. This way we can just keep moving on. Where's my gloves? Let me turn this. All right, I'm all out of sorts today. Oh boy. Just stopping and showing you where we are. This is all done. I plug welded it in right there. I'm gonna get that primer and paint. This inside here, I'm gonna hopefully get a can of paint or some paint for it, so I could just mist it over with a nice clean, green paint job, just to make it look nice. Not overdone though. It's just nice, like this right here, as a matter of fact. Like, you can barely tell now where it was welded in. I'll hit that with a few more coats. What I'm using that trunk paint that we use on the 69 Camaro. This stuff right here. Right there. It works great. It gives you that texture like this right here. That's what I'm trying to do on this side. So it should look pretty decent, I think. So enough of that. I think we're done with the welder. I think we're finally done welding. So what I'm thinking about now is maybe we'll just start longboarding this down, especially that right there. I still have a lot of filler to take off over there. Down in the bottom. I mean, I could be here all day and show you everything. But what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to shift gears. We'll put the welder away, and then we'll get started on the body work. And we'll just keep going and going and going. Hopefully, you know what? I got to tell you guys. The other day, my son and I, we tried to get this car started, and I gave up too easy. So when my son's supposed to be here a little later, so when he gets here, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to be a little more aggressive in getting it started. I might even throw some starting fluid down the carburetor, because I know this thing's going to start. It's going to run. It just spins too smoothly. It's got a really good spark. And Glenn's like Al. He's like, it takes a lot of gas down to throw to that carburetor if it's been sitting a long time. So what I'll do is I'll put some gas down the carburetor, a little more than usual, and I'll hit it with some starting fluid, and we'll see if it starts. I think it's going to run. I really do. Glenn sent me a video of it running about 3 years ago. So there's no reason why this car shouldn't run. So that's it. You know me. I could babble all day. Let me put the welder away, and we'll get started on the body work. Here we go. Hold on. We're not done with the welder yet. Glenn had showed me. I'd seen it too. I know I got to get this out. There's a broken bolt in there, and there's another one right there. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to weld the washer onto that. Then I'm going to weld a nut onto it. And then we'll see if we can back it out. If not, I'm just going to cut it flush, grind it, I'll tap it and thread it. The same thing with this. I was going to hopefully try to spin the nut onto that and then weld the nut to the bolt. But I can't. It's like I guess maybe I can. You know what? Maybe I'll grab a tap and I'll re-tap it out or re-die it, I guess. Tap and die. I can't remember if the tap is on the outside thread. Yeah, the tap is on the inside thread. I think the die is on the, I don't know. Well, you know what I mean. I'm just going to, just clean those threads up right there. We'll see what we can do with it, okay? So let me set the welder back up again, and we'll get moving on that. Give me a minute. All right, let's give this a try. My son showed up. He started sanding this down over here. Well, that panel. He started hitting that. He just waited for the compressor to fill up. So I'm thinking now is a perfect time to do this. I'm just going to thread a nut onto this. Then I'm going to weld a nut to that and see if we can get it off. We'll see. Let me crank this up. All right. Oh. Well, let's see if that comes off. Holy cow, it worked. I mean, yeah, I knew that was going to work. Now let's see what we can do with this. Hey, buddy, are my welding gloves over there? Nope, never mind, I found them. This is something we got to do here. I'm thinking. Hold on. Oof. almost tempted just to drill that out. Yeah, we'll try it. No, didn't work. Just have to drill that out. Oof. Oh my God. Okay, guys, it actually worked out really well. We were able to get that one out. I drilled that one out and retapped it. So now it's all set for the front. Those are for the bezels that go around, that go on each side, I think. But you know, that had to get done. And that's pretty much it. Now, let's get started on some of the body work. See what we can get done. Now we could put the welder away. Alrighty, give me a second, let me put this away. And let's see what we can do with it. Here we go. All right, guys, we're shifting gears for a second. We're gonna try to get this thing running. All right, just have to hook up the battery, and I'm gonna pour a decent amount of gas down the carburetor and have a little bit of starting fluid. So we'll see if we get this thing started. All right, give me a second. Here. Oh, I gotta take the air cleaner off. I'm very confident that this thing's gonna run. All right, if you wanna hop in there, what I'll do is let me pour some gas down the throat of this. All right, that's a decent amount, I guess. More than what I'm used to putting in. All right, give it a crank. Oh, wait a minute. All right, go ahead. Oh, it'll run. Try it again. Keep it running. Ah, wow. Hold on. Let me get some more gas. I knew this thing was gonna run. Hold on. Good. Yep. Nope, hold on 1 second. It should. Yeah, it ran out of gas again. You know what, let me get a little more gas in here. Man, this thing drinks a lot of gas. Go ahead. Were you just into the gas when it died? All right. Let's see if it'll idle on its own.
I held it.
And then it just,
A little bit, and
then it died. Can you open up that door? Because it's gonna, I'm hoping that that fuel pump starts pulling fuel in a minute. And I might have to prime it. There you go, perfect. There you go. Oh, just watch the door. That right there. All right. All right, give it a whirl. We don't need this starting fluid anymore. It's doing it on its own.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Up. Go ahead. It'll go now. All right. I'm going to say the fuel pump's no good. The diaphragm's probably all dried out. But I'll prime it. But at least we know it runs.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. It runs. I think it needs a fuel pump. I think the diaphragm, you can see it's just, like I said, I do custom fuel systems. See, right there. So it's not even pulling that down. So I was hoping maybe in a few cranks he would do it just with the motor pumping it. But I'll try to prime it, and we'll see. But that's not really my concern now. Now I'm really, I knew it was going to run, but now I just feel so much better that it ran just to hear it run. So that's pretty much it. I'm pretty happy about that. And Glenn, you were right. This thing needed a lot of fuel down the carburetor. So give me a minute. I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. My son's taking the grill apart. It's actually coming apart pretty nicely. So while he's doing that, I'm just going to do a little bit of body work. I'm going to do some sanding, and then filling, then sanding. So here we go. Okay, guys. So I sprayed a light, kind of like a guide coat, really. Shows me my highs and lows, and it's not. I got to tell you, how bad this quarter panel was. It's not going to look so bad when it's done. It's hard. You can't see, but it's got a few little low spots in it. I'm just going to work it, probably another 3 more coats, and it should look pretty good. So now I'm going to hit this right here. I'm not going to do a lot today. Tomorrow, like I say, we'll plug away a little more. And what I want to do is, in a little bit, I'm actually going to stop on the car, and I'm going to start on the bottom of this right here, the low valance, because that's got dents all over it too. It's crazy. I can't get over how many dents this car had in it. So, but they're all going away a little bit at a time. So what I'm going to do is, let me hit this now, and we'll just plug away. Here we go. All right, guys. I'm just hitting this with a little black primer. Let's see where our high spots and our low spots are. I know they're within here and here. That takes like a minute to dry. Oh. I could find my longboard. There it is. You'd think I'd have a pneumatic one by now. But you know what? I guess it just keeps me in shape. That dries in a minute. Wow. You know what? Oh yeah. We still have some highs and lows here, but it's really not as bad as it was. Because it was a mess. Well, I shouldn't say it was a mess. It just had so many little miniature dings. Like somebody used this car as a backstop for a golf ball or something. It's crazy. I'm sorry I have my back here. I knew a lot of this had to come off. All right, so we're at metal and filler. Let's see what we got going on here. You know, I gotta say, I mean, I still got a little bit of high and low, but wow, I'm so happy with this. If you would have seen how bad, like you really can't see in pictures how bad it was, and I'm not saying it was terrible, but it was like tons of tiny little dings in it. You know, it's crazy. But it should look, I think it's going to come out really straight, actually. I think doing body work on a Mustang is a lot, in my opinion, is easier than doing the panels on a 69 Camaro. Huh, all right, well. But that's where we are with the body work. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to call it a day, because anything that's left to do I can do tomorrow and finish it up. My son and I, we're going to put these front end parts back on the car. But I have to fix this because there's the same thing again, all dents, all little mini dents all over, all the way down. It's crazy. So I want to spend some time on that tomorrow. So I'll start early tomorrow. And by the end of the day, this car should be back down on all 4 tires. There's still stuff I have to take off of it, like the weather stripping. I have to fix the gutter inside here. A couple of things. I mean, this car is like right there. I'll touch it up again tomorrow. And if Joe's not ready for this car tomorrow, if Callie's not done, then it gives me another day. I'll just tinker on it a little more. I'll tinker on it until whenever Joe calls me and says, all right, I'll drop the Mustang off. So we'll see, but it's going to be one day this week. I'm just not sure. Joe, out of the blue, he could send me a text right now and say, hey, the car's ready. So, you know, we'll see. Actually, you know what I'm going to do tomorrow morning? I'm going to run out to Joe's. I'm going to take a look to see where he is on that car, so I have a better idea where we're going to be with Lucky, okay? But, you know, that's pretty much the end of the day. Just wanted to keep you posted on what was going on with Lucky. And we got a decent amount done, you know, nothing crazy. You know, we touch this up, touch that up there. I'll hit it again. We welded this off, so I got to touch this up. We tack welded this back into place. And we got this done here. Got this done. Oh, and we, on the front fender, that bolt that broke off, we drill that out. Well, the one we drilled out and the other one we were able to back it out. So we backed this out here, and this one we just rethreaded it and tapped it. Alrighty. So, but that's pretty much it. You know, we're just slowly plugging away, and it's. I mean, I could drop the car off to Joe tomorrow if he calls. So we'll see. Fingers crossed. You never know. But that's about it. Like I say, I wanted to keep you posted with what's going on with Lucky. And oh, and I got a text today. I didn't get a chance to respond. Not a text, excuse me. I got a comment today. He's like, you know, would you stop posting? I'm like, no, I didn't stop posting. I usually don't work on the weekends. Every now and then I do. If I'm pressed, I'll work the weekends. I usually don't work on Saturday or Sunday or Thursday, but it seems like I'm working more on Thursday now than I usually am, because I just usually take Saturday and Sunday off, unless, like I say, unless I'm pressing, and then I'll work however I got to work just to get something done. But that's it. You know me, I could babble all day long. As always, I appreciate you guys watching, and you guys take care of yourselves.